Hey everybody, it's Rara and welcome to the next episode of Pikmin 2. In the first episode and the last episode, we started the game. We crash landed again on this planet with our useless friend Louie, and yeah, our company is going bankrupt and the president is putting us on the planet again so we can get treasure, and it's kind of a nightmare and Olimar's never gonna see his kids again, so yeah, that's how things are going for Olimar. Anyway, let's get right back into it with the only place we can go to right now, the Valley of Repose. Yeah, sounds great. Oh, this time we got our red boys flying in. Oh, love that for us. Got the squadron. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? Damn, this game was ahead of its time. The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Okay. Now, when will I get the ability to, like, signal the... You know, everybody knows the one I mean, right? And we just do that, we hold down, and we call out the Pikmins. We got all the Pikmans. And, yep, now at the top there is the timer, as you can see. So, we want to hurry up here. We don't want to waste time. We want to get our red numbers up and do what we can. I'm looking around for potential ways to maybe do that. Come with me, boys. We're going to build up our red numbers so that we can get past that bag. And oh yes, big 5 posies. Love this for us. Now, any pellet posy higher than the 1 posies will not be giving us our what's it called, a double bonus. You know, because I said if you turn in a 1 posy of the same color to the same onion, then you get the 2 instead of it just the 1. But that is not the case for 5s or higher number pellet posies. Whoop. Can we get all of these? Yes. That's what I love about Pikmin. It's kind of an automation game. You set your Pikmin to a task and they toil away for your profit. And that should be 36. No, 37. I bet I can math. Oh, what's going on there? Never mind, 42. Didn't realize that this was a little issue. Okay. That's fine, because we still have the ones straggling in the back, so we're not, like, wasting time. Straggling? Struggling. I think that's what I mean to say. Who knows? All I know is that it's time to pick like our lives depend on it. Because, well, kind of they do. Although this game... spoilers, this game doesn't really have a time limit, although that's not really the spoiler, that was kind of established in the first one. Yeah, we're not crashed here, we can leave, our ship is fully functional, we can go home at any time, it's just that we want to pay off the debt, so we're not exactly going to do that. We're going to wait until we can, you know, pay off the debt. And to do that, we gotta make some money. But that means that there's no real time limit in this game. The first game had a 30-day time limit, and beyond that, you died. In this game, no such time limit exists, and you are free to mess around for however long that you want. Some people really love the fact that it is like that, and other people despise it. I am somewhat in between, where I don't really care. I just think that it's fine the way it is. You know, Pikmin 1 has the time limit, Pikmin 2 doesn't. They are both excellent games, and they're unique in their own right. In a lot of ways. I will also say there, if that were Pikmin 1, those Pikmin would not have grown so fast. Pikmin grow a lot faster in Pikmin 2, in order to just alleviate some of the tedium from that, and oh my god, I cannot aim. But yeah, we'll take this back to the onion. Okay. And ooh, threatening stuff. Don't love this for us. This is a regular Bulborb, and the basic strategy is to bomb rush it, but I don't know how to do that. I'll be looking that up in between this episode and the next. But basically, there's another way to attack them, and it's just like how you'd attack most other things, where you just swarm them with Pikmin. Like this. No! Don't eat my Pikmin! You bitch! And that's another thing about this playthrough that I forgot to mention, is that I am doing a no reset playthrough. Just like in the first, my first Let's Play of Pikmin, where no matter what happens, even if I lose every single Pikmin to my name, I am not allowed to restart, reset, save state, save scum, whatever you want to call it. I have to live with it. I have to take the licks as they come. So those Pikmin are dead forever. Yeah, they're dead forever. What I showed right there is if you disband your Pikmin near a thing, they will just automatically start doing the thing. And we're going to carry back this red Bulborb so we get our numbers back up after that catastrophe, if you will. That wasn't very good. Excess Pikmin will just kind of mess about and try to come back to you. And when we use this excess Pikmin, fortunately I have exactly enough to make that a 10. Okay. So, you know, lost a couple to a red Bulborb right off the bat, but it is what it is. You know how we deal in these no reset playthroughs. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Here, give us that one. That'll be nice. 5, 10, so we're gonna get like 60, 70-ish Pikmin here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Oh. Yeah, the second day you really get your Pikmin numbers up. About this time in the second day in the first game, you should also have about 70-ish Pikmin. So that they really get your numbers up quite quick. And you should have a full battalion of 100 before you know it. And notice how just like immediately they fall into the ground and they're already ready to be plucked. That's what I mean when this game is just so much faster in that regard. But yeah, that is our full squadron of 66. Ooh. Our flowers are taking the lead. I hope none of our flowers died in that. I don't think they did, but who knows. What's over here? Is this a treasure? Let's find out. Oh, 35, huh? Okay. Is that enough? No, 3 more. Okay. And then we'll multitask here and have the other Pikmin get working on this wall. I really would like the ability to rush things, so I am gonna look that up in between episodes, but for now, we'll just throw them one at a time so they can start working on this bramble wall. Regular white bramble walls are not too difficult to deal with. I will leave one captain here and take one captain here. Although it doesn't really matter if you split the captains here. This isn't like strategy because we're gonna have to walk with these Pikmin back to Louis anyways. This is just an example of me splitting up the captains. Come on then. Come on. How are we doing on that wall, Louis? Oh, you know, pretty good. We're like a third of the way there. Actually, that should finish by the time they, get back, I think, roughly. Something like that. Because now they're, what, like 2/3 done? Oh, hell yeah. So, I timed that pretty well, for the most part. Love that for me. Come on, buddy, get that wrinkled up soda can in there. I love its little face. It looks like it's like a catfish or something with those, like, little whiskers in its mouth and stuff. Like, ooh! The utter scrap! Worth 170. And this one's for you, Nathaniel. Ooh! Nathaniel knows what I mean. He gets it. Oh! Look at how well that was timed. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When massed, their might is ferocious. Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. Press the A button to grab Pikmin and release or throw them. Call them into a group with B. Press X to disband the group. To give orders, hold L while moving R. With R, it's handy for giving orders to a group. You can review these directions anytime by pressing the minus button. Still, they never teach you how to direct your Pikmin. I find that to be odd and morally reprehensible. Just downright peculiar. Although mayhaps it just isn't a function, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure that's a function at this point in the game. I just am, blissfully, or in this case, painfully unaware. So yeah, we can't... Red Pikmin don't like the water. So that Pikmin is drowning now, but you can call him out of the water. And, you know, little tip, your red Pikmin will not be able to survive long enough to break down that bramble wall in the water, so we can't do anything for the meantime. But what's this? Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What's wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. I'll return any Pikmin inside of that group to the onion. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Okay, well, guess it's time to go into the emergence cave. Yes, this is the oh so divisive cave system in Pikmin, and we will be getting into all of what that means pretty shortly, actually. But basically, caves are underground sequences in which time does not pass. You can spend as long as you want in caves, and your game actually saves in between cave floors. So if you just so happen to lose your entire squadron, you just reset the game, and you are back to where you were at the beginning of that floor. Now, I can't do that, because I don't have the luxury of doing that because of what kind of playthrough this is. But you know, it is what it is. And on top of, you know, this game not having like a real time limit and, you know, giving you infinite days, it also has these caves in which there's just no time limit at all during the day. So you can just enter a cave while having like 1 second left in the day, and then extend that day by like fucking hours. You know, it depends on how long it takes you to beat the cave. I personally love caves, and I think that Pikmin 2 is a much better game than Pikmin 1, although I absolutely love both, and I think, you know, series is incredible. But yeah. Like I said, it's very divisive. Some people love it, some people hate it. Anyway, down there on the bottom right, it tells you how many Pikmin you're entering with. So just, you know, it's like a final check to make sure your squad is good. And although they're kind of grayed out at the top there, you can kind of see little hazard symbols. One is like fire, water, electric, and poison. Hazards that we don't have to deal with. And if we did have to deal with them in this cave, they'd be lit up to let you know what you're getting into. And although it doesn't really show anything right now down there, because we don't have a certain item, there are treasures in this cave. Quick spoiler. But right now it says 0. Anyways, that's all you really need to know about caves. Let's just enter the cave. So yeah, right there where our timer left off, it'll be exactly there when we leave this cave. So there are some days where we will enter a cave, even in this Let's Play probably, where I will forget just how much time we had left in the day. Or when we'll enter like during like the last few seconds of a day and just absolutely be shocked on return. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Well, that actually makes a lot of sense, but I'm not going to get into that. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press the plus button to communicate with me. I'm not just a ship, I'm an all-purpose support pod. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so like he's saying, we can press the plus button for, you know, cave layout, but we have to explore the cave, as you can see, to really get a full layout of it. Now, what we can do is disband everything and go through caves, you know, with Olimar or Louis, just to get a feel, just to get a scope. We walk around, check out some of the cave, and then we go back. It's pretty simple. Now, what I will say is that another part about caves in this game is that they are totally randomized for the most part, except for caves like this. So this is the first cave in the game, the, what was this name, Emergence? something, emergent something. But this is not randomized. This layout is basically exactly the same every single time, as well as a few other aspects about this cave. And there are definitely a lot of like caves that have either bosses or, you know, just specific floor layouts that are basically exactly the same, if not actually exactly the same every time. So some people think that it's all randomized and that stuff is bad game design. And I will give them merit where, you know, there actually is randomized parts to it, but in caves like this, like I said, this is not randomized. This is set. This is a set seed, if you will. But yeah, what a lot of people like to do is they like to cheese it. They'll go through a sub-level with just a captain and they'll just like take on the challenges like this. I don't plan to do this for a lot of the caves, because I'm not that bad at Pikmin, but it can definitely make some of the harder dungeons a bit easier. Because as you can imagine, you can't grow Pikmin underground. It's just not possible since you don't have the onion. When your Pikmin underground carry things over here back to the ship, you'll just gain money. So, can't produce new Pikmin. So, like I said, I will be doing, that tactic that I said was kind of scummy of just going through with the captains. I will do that on some of the harder caves, for sure. 100% I will do that. Because, you know, making this a no reset playthrough, there are gonna be some things in which, I'm not confident in, and I want to have the best outcome I can get, you know? I don't think anybody can really fault me for that. I'm doing what I can, okay? Anyways, let's just throw Pikmin, gather things. But yeah, these are snowy dwarf bulborbs. I'm explaining so much right now. My mouth is just not stopping going. But these are snowy dwarf bulborbs, and they're just dwarf bulborbs that are snowy. They just are white. Cause Zerk, how can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. Yep, so it's saying like, yeah, you're not gonna get Pikmin for bringing the creature corpses back, but you know what? They will give you a little bit of money. Though, like I said, not much. 25 is all we can put on that, but that's okay. Oh. Spicy ginger ale. Okay. The quenching emblem. Yes, worth 100 pokos. Come on now. Give me that orange. Give me that orange slice. Or, no, whole orange. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, we're almost a 10th of the way there. We're only on the day 2. Love that for us. This is the citrus lump. That's very on the nose. I mean, it's just a lump of what would be called citrus. But that right there, that's that like powering down sound. That is exactly how you know that there's no treasure left in the sub-level. So even though we don't have a way to know how much treasure there is, that's kind of like your indicator. Like, oh, once you hear that sound, well, I can move on to the next one, and we'll be good. This hole appears to be quite deep. My senses indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with ZL, and why are you explaining this right now? Of all the times to explain camera controls, you're just like, hey, you know, we're in this cave, fuck it, right? Camera time. Your expression suggests you do excellent. Don't worry, all your Pikmin will follow you. Approach the hole and press A to enter it. Yep. So caves can be pretty deep and have multiple or even many levels to them. But most caves will have anywhere between 3 to 6 sub-levels on average, but some of the longer, more difficult ones can reach up into 12 to 14 sub-levels, so yeah. It can get kind of intense when things get much more difficult. But you'll know when the final floor is because because of that, yeah. It'll flash you a little bit and be like, hey, this is the last one. Also, it'll constantly say that on the top right there. So we just Pikmin all over these bulborbs and carry the corpses back. Love that for us. Ooh, a globe. Yeah, that's North America. That's where I'm at. And then under that you can see South America. And, well, I think that's Canada, but who gives a shit about Canadians? Am I right? Just kidding, I love my Canadian fans. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Which is just another confirmation that this is just, you know, like the planet that they're on. It's just Earth, but like millions of years in the future. Although, how the continents haven't shifted, I don't know. But, you know, this globe is definitely many, many years old, so it probably doesn't look exactly the same, but yeah. Nerd stuff. Okay, anyways. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. What? What did he mean by that? But however will we lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. What? Yes, as you can see, 101. Even if we had a full battalion of red Pikmin, we will not be able to move this. So how are we gonna do it? Oh, I don't know, it's insane, that's crazy. But what intrigues me even more is what he said about the, thing having a purpose for other than money. And what he meant by that is that this is one of the, as you can see down there, there is a little globe in the bottom left. Yeah, it is one of the key items that actually has a function outside of just giving you money. It will upgrade you in some kind of way. And I think you can kind of understand in what way, in what upgrade that a map will give to us. Oh, maybe it just spoiled it. We'll carry you back. Anyways, let's just go along this sub-level and tear it up. Oh, I forgot I wasn't in the wide view. I said earlier that I like to play in the medium view. I was lying. I like to play in the wide view. I just haven't played this game in years and I forgot. No! No! Okay, okay. We're good. So yeah, like in the first game, even if your Pikmin makes the crying sound that they're being eaten, as long as you get them in time, they won't actually be chewed and then killed. So that's good. Love that for us. And then we got one more little dude. There we go. Carry him back. Love that for us. Ooh. Astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. I mean, I am not one to displease. Okay. Let me see here. How do we separate by type of Pikmin in this game when we're throwing? Let me see here. Well, if you press B, you can cancel your throw, I suppose. I don't think I can, at least not with this controller. Maybe I should use a different kind of controller for this playthrough. But it doesn't seem like I can switch between my flowers and my leaves, which is definitely peculiar. I also can't do like the bum rush move, which is also not super cool. I will have to figure that out, but for now I will just do this one at a time and get rid of our flower Pikmin because we do not want to use our flower Pikmin for this. We would like to use leaves if possible. So anyways, let's just throw our Pikmin in. And as you can probably imagine, given the things that popped out and their little leaves, these are purple Pikmin. Yes, sir. They are big boys. Amazing! A purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. Ooh. A little foreshadowing for later on in the game. Hey, let's just pluck all of our boys. As you can see, they're chunky, they're stocky little dudes, and we could have let them grow into flowers underground. But a few notes about purple Pikmin. Purple Pikmin are super slow. So yeah, our red flower Pikmin, they're gonna be way above the pack. Then our red leaves, and then our purple leaves are just gonna be just, oh god, they are struggling. They are struggling to keep up. But although purple Pikmin are slow, they are easily, and I say this knowing that there are more types of Pikmin in the game that we have yet to see so far, and you know, Pikmin 2 fans, you'll know what I mean. Purple Pikmin are easily the most overpowered and the greatest type of Pikmin in Pikmin 2. Because red Pikmin in Pikmin 1 did 1.5 times damage, right? And blue and yellow Pikmin do 1 times damage. Now, all that's the same, you know, red is do 1.5, but purple Pikmin do 3 times damage. Not only that, but when you throw them, well, let's just throw a purple Pikmin, won't we? Yeah, purple Pikmin are so impactful and big, they shake the screen and they do a stunning attack. They will literally stun any enemy that they don't just instantly kill, which is absolutely insane. And you can use purples to just cheese the hell out of this game. Now obviously, such a strong and powerful Pikmin, if you had these en masse, you would just ease through most of the game, honestly. And the caveat for that is they can only be found underground in these caves. Yes, you cannot find them on the surface. You can only grow them in these, actually I had to look it up. Yeah, candy pop buds, that's what they're called. But yeah, purple Pikmin can only be found in violet candy pop buds. So, yep, that is a little bit unfortunate. But beyond being super slow and super powerful and strong and having that incredible stun attack, there is yet another reason why purple Pikmin are quite goated in this game, and I think you can imagine what it is, but anyways, let's separate our Pikmin for a second, and you can find out. Yeah. Each purple Pikmin has a carrying strength of 10 regular Pikmin. So with just the purples alone, we can already carry this globe. Now, another thing about purples is not only are they slow in general, but they are extremely slow carriers. So even though they can carry things, you know, that are super heavy, you don't want to only use purples, because this, even going from there to there, this is gonna take all day. So let's just get as many Pikmin as we can on there real quick. Just swarm it, why don't we? I could have used the X. I could have done the disband on them and just have them do it like that. There we go. Come on. Come on. Oh yeah, just every Pikmin we can. Even then, it's still going at an absolute snail's pace. I'll cut away to when they actually make it. I shit you not, that was like 20 seconds. Oh my god, it's so slow. That was so slow. The spherical atlas. Oh boy, 200 Pokos, and we are nearly 10% of the way done already. There's a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere. Retrieving data. Error. I can only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press the plus button to contact me and go to the exploration kit on the radar screen by pressing left on the D-pad. Now that we have this new data, we should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. Yeah, so actually this doesn't expand the map as I kind of led you to believe. Instead, it opens up a new area for us to explore, like how this is the Valley of Repose. Now we have a second area to go to tomorrow, which is super cool and dope and amazing. But yeah, so Purple Pikmin, one of the 2 new types. Definitely the best, but not my favorite of the 2 types, and I will be ranking all the Pikmin as we get to them. If we had to ask me what my opinion of the Pikmin were on Pikmin 1, I would say in Pikmin 1, Yeah, probably red's a number one, just because of their damage and just like their versatility and resistance to fire. It makes them really nice, especially with all the fire hazards and the forest naval. But then after that, it'd probably be yellow Pikmin because bomb rocks, and then blue Pikmin. I don't think that's controversial to anybody. Blue Pikmin are generally considered the worst in the first game. But in this game, I have different opinions. There are attributes to Pikmin that have changed, some have been removed, and I will just say this, yellow Pikmin can't throw bomb rocks anymore. So, what did they do to make up for that? We'll find out. But yeah, they kind of rebalanced the Pikmin in a little bit, because obviously now there's more types, and they just had new ideas for what they wanted to do. Astounding. Water shooting out from this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach and press A to try. Yeah, so basically this geyser will take you out of the cave. It's just the end. You've made it to the geyser, and it's just a nice little symbol of hope, like, hey, you did it, man. Congratulations. And as long as you've got all your treasure, and we certainly did, we can leave. Yay! And there's a little wrap up. Cave complete! And you're only gonna get the confetti light there if you actually got every treasure in the cave, which will also be indicated at the top right there. So we got 3 out of 3 treasures, and we got 22 Pokos in corpses. So if you ever feel like you don't know how many treasures are in the cave, well, you can just check there to see if you miss any. You can check for the confetti to see if you have it or not. Fairly obvious stuff, but just in case you're wondering. And we lost no Pikmin down there, so that's cool. Let's hit the save. Oh. Yes, we have been launched out to our ship. Now, normally this is not what will happen. Normally you get launched out right where you entered the cave, so it won't always put you back here at the ship. But for this first cave, they wanted it to be, like, special, I guess. You successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. I like how he says that, but he was the one who basically goaded us into leaving the cave, as well as entering the cave, and a lot of other things. You can kind of say he's stroking his own ego here. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the president tonight detailing your progress. Yeah, the text needs to scroll faster. Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you're exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure, as I have explained. Pace makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Yep, they actually force quit you out of this day. Like, even though we had like half the day left, they just forced you to end, but it kind of makes sense because there was nothing left we could do. Spoiler. But, yeah, without a certain kind of Pikmin that allows us to tread through water, there's nothing else we can do here for now. So, you know, it's just nice and easy, but I just kind of wish there was something more you could do on the second day. It's still, you know, with leaving the planet early on the second day, it still feels like we're wrapped up in tutorials, and in a way we kind of are. With just so much more to go through, but it is what it is. A lot of Nintendo games can be kind of hand-holdy in the beginning, and it can be a little bit of time before you're really like, you know, they take the training wheels off, but in day 3, that is our truly like first, kind of all-to-ourself day, if you will. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hockatate Savings and Loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! Okay. You say nothing, but you still got the clothes on your back, friend. Oh. Yes, the Awakening Wood. That is an area that we will explore in the next episode. I think that, you know, days 1 and 2 have... I didn't want to come to the Picklepedia, but I was just gonna say real quick that, yeah, you know, days 1 and 2 of this game, they have been a good amount of time for episode length. Now, obviously, with some of the longer caves, I won't always be cutting the episodes into days, and I'm not gonna, like, label it like day 1, it's just gonna be Pikmin 2 episode 1 and 2 and 3, etc. Because, yeah, this game... Not every day is 13 minutes like in the first game, obviously. There's no time limit in caves, so some days can take hours and hours to complete. So if I try to name it like day per episode, then some episodes would be like literally 3 to 4 hours long, and other days would be like 15 minutes. It just... it's a mixed bag, you know? But yeah, that's a pretty good place to end it, I think. In the next one, we're gonna go to the new area, the Awakening Wood. I really wish they would have called it the Awakening Woods, because that flows a bit better. You know, the Awakening Woods. The Awakening Wood, the Awakening Woods. Anyway, enough of my rambling. I have been Rara, and thank you all very much for watching this episode of Pikmin 2. In the next one, we will explore the Awakening Wood and see what that has to offer us. And in this one, well, this happened in this one. You saw this episode. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, so be prepared for episode 3. Bye. I really need to work on these outros.